1, 2, 3, 4. Play nice with all the cool kids, just to sell with the pill, fall back to the ground, fall back to the ground. With every move you make, I move just a little bit. With every move you make, I move just a little bit.
There's only 3 of you, but I swear there's like 10 people in that room. That is so much energy. Fantastic job, guys.
Thank you.
Of course, we still have lots more to go here. However, we're going to do a little interview, break it up a little bit. Yeah, so you guys are a relatively newer band. And when I say relatively newer, I mean you've been on the scene for only like a few years at most.
Yeah, I think two-ish now, 2.5.
Yeah, and with that, you've already seen a little bit of a sound transformation. I remember listening to one of your first tracks, and it really sounded like heavy kind of stoner rock vibes, and this is very different. So excellent job.
Thank you.
So I guess my first question is, since there's only 3 of you, what drew you all together to form Stolen Moon?
Well, at first I had met Jack off of Kijiji. I'd initially been contacting somebody who's no longer with us in the group, and we met at this studio called Baskin Boys, which is this little like garage that's run out of it's run out of a garage that this wonderful gentleman owns. And I remember going there and being so afraid. I'd never been in a band ever, and I had done a very, very scared audition with the 3 other original members, which once again was not this band. And then from there they allowed me to come back because I was nice. I maybe wasn't the greatest drummer at first, but I was really nice, and I was like, no matter what happens, I'm so glad that I got to enjoy an experience of trying out for a band. And they were like, come on, bring them on down.
I remember one of the first things Ashton said when we first met him was something like, we're going to make a beautiful discourse of sound together. And I was just like, I like this guy. He's in the band. He's cool.
Yeah, so...
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I also love your kind of stage setup that you have going on. It reminds me a lot of, now not musically, but just the stage setup of Alt J, where they have kind of like all of they have 3 just like you guys, a guitar, drums, bass, and they have them all basically in line at the front of the stage. So very cool that you guys have that kind of setup. You don't see a whole lot of bands that have the drummer as the main singer.
It's definitely true. It mostly came from a problem of all of us being like, so who can sing while playing the most?
Yeah, Ashton's used to doing a lot of different things with all his limbs, so he gets to sing.
Yeah. I'm a drummer as well, so I understand. I totally get it.
Yeah,
all right. So what is the most important thing to you as a band musically? Because I know some people really want to do shows. Some people really want to focus on the music. What's the most important thing to you?
The most important thing to me is just coercion and listening.
Cohesion.
Yeah, I was about to
Coercion.
say.
Not coercion. Yes, you're right.
We have such a click factor.
Yeah,
Like
cohesion.
Everything we do just works. It's kind of almost effortless sometimes.
It's just how we feel with each other and how we listen to each other and communicate our ideas. So I think that's like the biggest thing is communication and adaptability with your friends.
Oh, absolutely. And that's how you know you guys have a great band is when the chemistry is there, right?
Of course. You got to be friends
Excellent.
too. And family, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of important. All right. So you just released a new album called Pleasure and Pain.
Yeah.
Well, what was the most challenging part of recording this album? Is this your first album?
Second album,
Second
technically.
album,
but,
technically.
First record with
We're
the 3
pretending
of us.
it's our first, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's the first one we love.
We're pretending our debut album kind of doesn't exist. We're not too proud of it.
Okay.
As a means of moving on, I think, from where we are now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so ignoring like that first album then with this group, what was the most challenging part about recording a new album?
I think for me, it was we got to work with somebody who's in another band called Dismania, which has been played on CJSW before, punk rock band. They're awesome. And Jesse, he's a wonderful, wonderful musician and producer, runs a recording studio out of his garage, and he helped us out for so many reasons. But the most difficult part definitely was just kind of communicating with somebody who's not the 3 of us. Like we recorded our own first record, and so having somebody else who's just an outside view was really interesting to kind of see what his ideas were coming through of like how he felt we should put this together, and then kind of pushing us in the right directions of stuff like that.
My favorite thing about Jesse that I think makes him a good producer is he's not afraid to tell me when I'm wrong. And that happened a few times, and I love Jesse for that. If Jesse, you're listening, I love you.
I think the hardest part was probably recording during that cold snap. -40
Yeah,
in
we
that
did
garage.
record in like -40,
It
and I
was
was,
brutal.
I was wearing big old jacket, trying to sing and not freeze my toes.
Oh, yeah, that would definitely kind of affect the sound quality, too.
Yeah.
That can be rough. All right, well, I have 2 questions for you guys that I always ask artists that come on to the show. And the first one is, what piece of advice would you have for new musicians? Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that they're young kids just starting out. It could be anybody who's picked up an instrument for the first time.
From me personally, I always say this, but you really have to trust your own self and your own sense of ideas, and really trial and error every single thing you possibly can, whether it's bad or good. Like, you still have to try that and to figure out what can kind of come out through the middle. So that's important to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're a new band, your best friend in this entire city should be Clint from Verns. I've never heard anybody
Shout out
get
Clint.
rejected from Verns.
Love that guy.
If you're beginning musician looking for a place to play, that is your place to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of an intimidating environment, and like Clint
Yeah.
might be a little intimidating, but he is the sweetest guy
Yeah.
ever. So passionate about local music.
Absolutely. He's been around forever, and he's supported this place and seen so many bands come through. So, and he's never going away, I don't think. So.
I think the biggest piece of advice I could give is just keep working on it. I picked up bass 2 years ago, and I barely knew how to play before I met Ashton. And it's just a matter of wanting it. And don't let age stop you. Don't let anything stop you. If you want it, go for it.
Oh, I love that. That's very good. Excellent. And then the last kind of question I have, because we're a local show, we're all about local artists. Do you have any local artist shout-outs, bands or artists in Calgary that you really love?
Absolutely.
Dismania. for
Yeah, we're
starters.
playing with Dismania is doing a dual album release show with us. We're playing March 1st at Loophole. So our album, they also wrote an album that they're releasing at the exact same time. So
Well, it's already released. It's more like an album celebration.
both of ours is released. But yeah, come celebrate with us in Dismania. Dismania is great.
Hey,
Retcon will also
yeah,
be there.
Retcon. They're awesome.
Yeah.
I would say shout out to Sleepy and the Bugs too. Those guys are killers.
I
Excellent.
also, they're not playing a show with us, but I always just have to fanboy for Dial Up. Dial Up's new
Dial
album
Up's
just
so
came out,
good.
and it is one of the best
Oh.
albums
It's
I've ever heard.
fantastic. I love Orange. I'm just going to quick couple shout-outs. I love Orange. I absolutely love math rock, and I love, you know what? There's a man in the booth now. I think I recognize him at a show. I think we mosh pitted together at an Orange show.
Probably.
Yes, but yeah, I love Orange. I love Astrocaster
Yeah, Astrocaster.
and the High Tops
Mm-hmm.
and In Search of Sasquatch, which they've been on the show before too. Like, there's so many wonderful, wonderful bands. So I love to mention
How about
those.
What's the Plan? I almost got in a bar fight for them the other day.
Yeah, that
Would've
was
been
pretty crazy.
All right. Awesome. I didn't know bar
Must have
fights still
heard of
happen.
time.
Well,
it
of course they
didn't happen.
do.
It was all good.
Oh, it's all good. Okay, that's excellent. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on to the show today. Those are all great artists that you shouted out. Great answers, especially the advice. We're going to let you carry it away. Take us away with the last bit of your set here. So
sweet.
thanks again for coming on. And yeah, feel free to take us away.
Thank you.
Feels like you're right here. The way you cut me off at the right time, shining just for me. Tree breezes breathe. The way you lean on me when you just don't need to focus on anyone, anything else. When you know it's time to lean back to me, right? I just see someday, see you someday soon. When we won't forget with the coffee, when the pancakes ready and the breakfast is coming for you like a Sunday morning
you see us like Breaking Bad. You'll be my cooking buddy when I sing silly swoons. Sing silly swoons. I can't keep on thinking about how it's gonna be. Our hearts are covered like a Red Sea well on a fine Sunday morning too. Leaving life into everything. Money making ain't always as it seems. Baby, tell me how you feel like telling me how it's right for you. Tell me how you survive. Well, tell me how you thrive. Tell me how God created divinity in one soul. Divinity in you. Priceless little baby. Sunday morning shine. Feeling so right. Well, on a Sunday morning too. La da 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 da. Oh, come take me away. Like a sleepy frog on a lily pad. You're warm like a 5 o'clock sunshine in the new lands. Hopping from one burst of light to the next. Can't stay down like the rest. You're the finest will of warm, making it right for me. Divinity in you, priceless little baby. Sunday morning sun, feeling so right, like a Sunday morning too. I love you, Emily. That's for my wife. This is gonna be our last song. It's called Pleasure and Pain. Let's go, boys.
Cisco